which button starts the video? Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into this. So we've all seen the new Pokemon Presents showcasing a lot of new info for Scarlet and Violet. I'm excited, immensely. I pre-ordered them actually right after the announcement trailer through my local GameStop, as I really always do for major first-party Nintendo games. Shout out to Corey, the GM of my local one. But aside from things that I'm excited about, I have to discuss with you today something peculiar. Something that might be bad, or could be good, depending on what they do with it. By the thumbnail and the title, you might have already guessed what I'm referring to. Well, enough dancing around, time to dive in. So in the overview showcase, we got to hear these amazing words spoken.
In these games, there is no set path you must take when challenging the gyms. Chart your very own course along Victory Road.
This opens up so many possibilities. Or so we thought. You see, there's a leak pertaining to this particular thing floating around. This leak states that the gyms can be fought in any order, but there's no level scaling and no different teams depending on when you face them. This particular leaker has been known to possibly mistranslate things. Well, we don't really know because they're kind of a new leaker, so everything they've leaked has been about Scarlet and Violet, so we don't really have concrete proof of it if it is mistranslated or not. We'll know when the games come out. But there's another prevalent leaker who's been leaking since Generation 6 or 7, and he's pretty much got everything right. He is somebody that we can trust. But to my knowledge, I don't think he has stated if this particular leak is true or not. These two leakers have actually kind of gone back and forth and verified each other's leaks. Mainly, really, one of them has verified the others. You really don't have much interaction outside of that. I also can't really show whether the original leakers stated it themselves, because their page is super private, and they've asked everybody following them to not share any of their leaks, as in share the actual tweet, but only talk about them, so they can reference the tweet, but not actually sharing it to where nobody finds out what their Twitter handle is. So the leak could be wrong, could be a mistranslation. He could have access to a beta build of the game where they haven't really implemented this. Who really knows? Me personally, that's kind of the boat that I fell into. That's what I thought. But the website was updated alongside with the trailer, with new opportunity.
True international effort to pressure.
I'm looking at my script right now, and I put in a word right there that clearly I typoed. What was I trying to spell? But the website was updated alongside the trailer with new information to what was shown off. More detail about every aspect that was shown off in that overview trailer. And that is the talking point of today's topic. The website states, there is no set path to the gyms. You can purposefully seek out a stronger gym leader, or you can simply stop by a gym that happens to be located in a town you came across on your journey. This time, you get to plot your own path along Victory Road. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my gut fell to the floor reading this. I knew of the leaks beforehand, but I didn't want to believe them. I just wanted to chalk them up to a mistranslation, or maybe they had a beta build of the game. But after seeing this on the website, oh my gosh! I assumed after hearing these words,
in these games, there is no set path you must take when challenging the gyms. Chart your very own course along Victory Road.
That the only way for that to be possible was for them to have level scaling. I know it has been done plenty of time in ROM hacks. Pokemon Crystal Clear, for example. It is a ROM hack of the Johto games, where you can face any of the 18 gym leaders between Johto and Kanto in any order you please. You can do 4 from Kanto, 4 from Johto, 3 from Johto, can't do math, 5 from Kanto. You can go in and out, in and out.
That's what she said.
Any way you please. It's fully open world. It is absolutely amazing. It is a great concept. The way they pulled this off was they coded in 16 different teams for each gym leader to choose from, based off of when you face them. If you face them as your first time, as your 4th gym leader, they were gonna have their easier team. But as you face them as their 8th, they were gonna have one of their tougher teams. If you face them at number 9 through 16, they were gonna be really tough. In fact, we also see it in the anime and also in the manga. I think all of us were giddy at the possibility that this was coming to an actual official game. It felt like everything was matching up. But where there comes high hopes, comes high falls. At least that's how it feels being a die-hard Nintendo enthusiast. I've played numerous games on pretty much every Nintendo system. I get this feeling often. I still love Nintendo and all of what comes alongside with loving Nintendo. But this is a pain sometimes. Now let's take some rose-tinted glasses to this. Unless they worded this completely weird and they're actually gonna have level scaling, which, based off the direction of Gamefreak lately, I don't think they're gonna do it. This seems like the plunder that they're going to do. So knowing this, how can they make this strategy of being able to challenge them in any order, but with no level scaling, how can we make it work? Maybe all of the gyms' level differences are not by much and the experience system isn't as overpowered as it has been as of late. So the differences between the levels of gyms 3 through 6 aren't really that great. So going through that particular circuit of gyms can be done out of order and still feel like a challenge, no matter which one you took on first or last. Maybe also each gym leader, depending on when you face them, will have different strategies. If you go on against the toughest gym leader first, maybe they might not go all out. And if you go against the first gym with level 10s, they're gonna use some crazy strategies. I don't think that's gonna be the case. That sounds like an impossibility. And obviously, Gyms 1 and Gym 8, there's gotta be a major difference between the two, right? There's no way they can make this work. It's gonna essentially feel like not really giving us the gyms out of order because there's really gonna be an order to do them. Yes, we could take them on in any order, but outside of for maybe a goofy challenge video, which I will totally do, where's the purpose of it? You're not gonna do that on your regular playthrough. You're not gonna do that to get the most enjoyment going through the game. Well, maybe, will we be capped? They essentially said no level scaling, but they didn't say that we, as the gym challengers, were gonna be capped. There obviously hasn't been any word or news about level capping. What if all the gyms, except for the last one, has restrictions where you cannot challenge them with too high-leveled Pokemon? So say you go to the 8th gym first, no level cap because it's the last one. You go to the 8th gym first and obviously you get mollywopped. And then you go around searching for strong Pokemon nearby, because of course they're going to have strong Pokemon nearby. And you get lucky with some Pokeball throws and you catch 2 or 3 of them. And then you train them up just a little bit and then you go and rebattle. And now you're able to pull out a victory. Now the previous 7 gyms, oh my gosh, they're gonna be a cakewalk! Unless they ban using Pokemon that are above a certain level. So if you want to go gyms 8 through 1 in that order, you would essentially have to catch Pokemon for 8 separate teams to face them. Maybe that could be the way they do it. That's the only way my brain can come up with a way for them to do it, and it would be interesting, unique, and fun. Which, honestly, if they don't do that, that would be a great way to structure a challenge video to go through, doing the gyms in orders 8 through 1, with a different team for each one towards equally challenging, where you have to, maybe the level cap is whatever Pokemon you catch has to be a Pokemon nearby the town with the gym, and you can't level them up. Just a thought. Now, I know I mentioned the thing that ROM Hacks has done, where they've essentially created multiple teams for each gym to choose from. How they've done it in the manga, how they've done it in the anime. And I know what you might be saying, and I know I've said it too, we can't ask them to do too much. Granted, it doesn't feel like asking them to do too much, considering they've given us the openness. We feel like alongside with the openness, in the other hand, is the level scaling. But since clearly they appear not to be going in that direction, it is a lot for us to ask them, hey, Each gym leader needs to have 8 different teams. I admit, it is a lot to ask. It is a lot to program. But honestly, I know they could do it. I absolutely know they could do it. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Drop them below. I would truly love to hear how you could remedy this situation. What unique way do you think they could tackle going through this whole openness with the gym challenge, but also no level capping? Also no level scaling. I am truly excited for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Honestly, these are my most anticipated games that I've ever waited on. Except for Metroid Prime 4. Well, if you somehow managed to listen to this in its entirety, please consider dropping a like. If content like this, or general gameplay and challenge videos with Pokemon, and really any Nintendo game, please reconsider subscribing. Seriously. Especially on the Switch. I have over 72 Switch games. This is a 96 case holder, and it's getting filled up by the week, it seems like. Seriously, any games you would like me to play? Any cool challenges that you would like me to do? Drop them in the comment section below. Please, don't ask me to do anything that I will have to rip my hair out for. As always, thank you for watching. Gummy Gamer